I'm Aaliyah.
And I'm Ayana.
And we are German, Irish, Native American,
African American, and English.
Hi, I'm Keziah Anderson, and I'm a Black Hebrew American.
My name is Landon Somerville, and I am Thai. My family originates from Thailand, with my grandparents being 100% Thai.
Hi, I'm Victoria Reins, and I'm Creek Native American.
Hi, I'm Cheyenne Terry, and I'm Slovakian, Polish, Dutch, and Native American Cherokee.
Hi, I'm Luis Galaviz, and I'm Mexican.
Hi, my name is Janae Lewis. My ethnicity is Trinidad, Italian, Hispanic, and African American.
Hi, I'm John Chibinashu, and I am Romanian.
My name is Paris Wheeler, and I'm Brooklyn Wheeler, and we come from a Jamaican and European household. My mom is a mix of Native American, German, and Irish, and my dad is Jamaican and African American.
Hi, I'm Reese Dawson, and I'm German and Irish.
Hi, my name is Morgan Gott. I am German, Italian, and Native American.
Hi, my name is Elena Dunlap. I'm Irish, German, and Welsh.
Yeah, there are some people who don't mind being labeled as black or white in a conversation, but there are others who take it deeper and feel that because it's not okay to just expect someone to be fine with being labeled. And so everyone should be more aware of who they're talking to and in what content they're using those labels as.
I don't get offended, but I get frustrated when people will come up to me and say, oh, you get that because you're black, or you don't understand because you're white. But I'm not black or white, I'm multiple races.
Whenever someone bases a stereotype about me off of my race, it makes me feel not necessarily inferior, but less of a person, because that person decided to use my skin color as a way to mark me as a person.
Alright, so as an Asian male, I get stereotyped a lot. And as we all know, there is a really big or small Asian stereotype that we get all the time. And honestly, when people say that, I just laugh and I agree with it. Because if they really knew, then I would probably just be a little freaked out. I get told that I'm a bad driver because I'm Asian. I get told that I'm good at math because I'm Asian. But sometimes stereotypes just make me stronger and it makes me who I am. So I am proud to be an Asian despite the stereotypes.
So that doesn't really happen, so I don't really get offended by that.
I don't like how people don't look into culture and they just go by status quo.
Well, whenever someone stereotypes me or discriminates me based on my ethnicity or color of my skin, I feel like I'm the outsider of society. I'm the unwanted person. So I feel bad. It lowers my self-esteem, but I try not to feel too bad about that. So.
Okay, so when people stereotype me based on the color of my skin, it's obviously offensive, but it also makes me feel less of a person.
People don't call me white, they call me Romanian, and they are actually fascinated on my language and how I speak, and it's very nice.
So I would say here, a lot of people will say you act really white than you would think, or if you weren't black, I would just think you were white. And I think that bothers me quite a bit, just because I don't think it should be something that is you act white or you act black. You can't act a color, or you can't act a race. People are just some people just grow up in different communities, and to stereotype someone by their skin color isn't not cool. Not cool. Yeah.
It kind of makes me feel mad and kind of disappointed, because they don't know who I am or what I'm like, and they just think I'm like this because of my ethnicity.
It doesn't really bother me when people stereotype me. I'm pretty proud of who I am and where I come from.
I don't really get offended when people stereotype me because I've heard it all my life, so I feel like people, when they stereotype, it's more of a joke, not serious.
People should embrace who they are and share with people what their ethnicity is, because we shouldn't be labeling people black, white, Asian, or Mexican just on the way they look. We should accept them for who they are as a person.
So pretty much I think we should just like look past like people's ethnicity or skin color and like stop making way for like ignorance to like happen, and so like we can start looking not necessarily at people's races but people as, you know, people.
Alright, so something that I wish people would do more often rather than stereotype me for the little times they do is actually stereotype me more. Believe it or not, a lot of people like hate stereotypes. I feed off of it. I love the stereotypes.
I wish people would be more understanding about other people and not be quick to judge.
Getting to know people more, and like instead of just calling them by one name, maybe getting to know them and who they actually are.
Instead of stereotyping, I wish people like had more empathy and like tried to learn more about other cultures and races and like get to know other people, because if you don't know them, you won't ever know what they actually are.
I think people, before they stereotype, they should educate themselves on the person and also try to get to know them instead of.
I don't think people should be discriminating against their race or religion or however they look. I think that should all just be unified and we should be one.
I wish people would embrace more people more, and then also when you see a black guy walking on the street, it doesn't mean that you should lock your doors or cross the street because you're scared that he's going to do something. And I'm not saying that that doesn't happen with white people as well, but I've been with friends who are like, lock the door because this guy is coming, and I'm like, it doesn't really matter, like people are just living their life. Yeah, I know.
And you're fearing
and you're
them
judging them
because
because
of
of
color.
because of the color of their skin, and that's not how
I
you
think-
should look at people. The way like I ask people like before I define what they are, like I ask like what they are, like I ask what their race is. I don't just assume like, I don't just say like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I would say just get to know how people are and what they're really like before you start judging them and basing them off of their color and skin.
It's cliche, but don't judge a book by its cover. Get to know the person and who they are before judging them.
Instead of stereotyping, I think that we should just see people for who they really are and not the color of their skin.
The whole thing about like Black Lives Matter is like a terrorist group and stuff, and like every time like black people make like a hashtag about like being seen or like being talked about, everyone loves to turn everything into a terrorist group in America, and I feel like that's not right, and like it puts like a bad stereotype on like black people, African Americans, African Hebrews, whatever, you know. Like I feel like social media is like a big part in like shaping like people's opinion about stuff.
When I get on the news and when I'm on my phone looking at the news, I get enraged and my skin crawls on the daily. When I look at posts on Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter, or really anything regarding a race issue, despite my opinion, I get triggered. Because in my opinion, we're all one race, and that's the human race. So when we're looking at our skins, that should not determine how we're treated, the stereotypes we're given. We should be treated by many other characteristics, such as our kindness, our respect, and just being a decent human being.
When I get on social media, I hate seeing like hurtful videos and hurtful memes about other cultures and ethnicities. Instead of fighting, we should all love each other.
Well, whenever I see like people post stuff on social media about, I don't know, like saying white people are superior or white people are evolving, I feel like those people sometimes aren't just racist, but like they're just ignorant, you know. They just need to like learn more about who they are, where they came from, learn about others, know that everyone is equal and not one person is superior to the other.
When people are always cyberbullying and always discriminating against others, it's always not nice and it hurts other people's feelings, and I don't think they should be doing that.
For me personally, I always try to steer away from that stuff whenever, like, if I see it's going to be something about race or like something with Donald Trump or like anything political. I just try to steer away from it because I try to stay away from negative things And I would say, like, not ignore it or anything.
Yeah, like, I don't ignore it, but, like, it's something that I know is there, and I don't like constantly seeing that negative.
I think people obsess about it, and that's why it's still a thing.
Right.
It makes me mad and kind of angry and disappointed, like I said, because social media has a different perception of what things really are just to get views or get likes on pictures and stuff, and that's not really how people are.
Certain things on social media, I don't let it bother me. It doesn't really offend me, so.
I guess those kind of posts don't really make me mad. I just think they're kind of stupid. I don't really see the point in them.
I don't understand how people don't realize that we are all the exact same. We just have different pigments in our skin.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we're still human.
So I feel like out of all times, now is the most important time that we all need to be proud and speak up about how we feel about labeling and discrimination, and just owning who we truly are instead of going for stereotypes and status quo.
Be educated about whatever they speak about, like, as a whole, and I feel like that would like solve like everything. Like, take that stereotype thing right out. If you're not educated about something, it makes like an ignorant statement that doesn't make sense and offends people.
So at the end of the day, we're one race, and that's the human race.
People should be more understanding and not be quick to judge. Get to know someone first before you judge them.
Fighting shouldn't be based on our ancestors and what they did in the past. Instead of fighting with each other, we should love each other.
So my final thoughts are just get to know somebody before you start judging them and just stereotyping them.
I don't think people should discriminate. I think people should show love. Peace, be generous to others, and always love each other and be respectful.
My final thoughts, well, I'd like for everyone to like get to know someone from like a different race or a different culture, get to know them because they actually might be a cool person. And I'd like for everyone to just be a loving and caring people, you know, and have empathy for others because you don't know what others have been through. So you just need to get to know other people.
I think everyone should just love each other and stop stereotyping, stop thinking your race is better than another race. And like, people make it into a joke, but like then get actually mad once someone says something about their race. And like in the Black community, I know that people like call each other the N-word still, and I feel like, and then they like their like other race friends think it's okay, but it's not okay for anyone to say it. Right. And that's my thought on that.
And then my thought is, this is totally different from hers, but I think I enjoy being mixed because I have that family that I go to where we see all this culture and stuff, like my dad's side and my mom's side. So we get this whole like different Christmases and different holidays that we get to see different traditions and stuff. So I think I love being mixed because there's so many different opportunities, I guess, to see new things,
Embrace different cultures.
I would say just really just get to know how people are and what they're really like before you start judging them and basing them off of their color and skin.
I think we should love everybody, respect everybody, and learn to not judge others.
Sometimes I feel like people don't think that white people have like culture, but I think most of the time it's because white people are so mixed together that they don't really know what their heritage is. I feel like maybe we should all try harder to like figure out what our background is so we can celebrate that.